like that might mean that he doesn't score a lot. And it might mean that Kyrie scores a ton every time too, by the way, just because like I know Smart's the defensive player of the year. Like Kyrie's going to burn
Whatever.
anybody on
Yeah.
earth. Who
Correct.
cares? So like just that's part of what stood out to me. So from a betting standpoint, like who played better? I don't know. Let me give you one other thing here real quick.
Well, I was
Which
gonna
is
say
part of the who played
I
better.
think Boston played better overall. Like
Okay.
when you get that, Al Horford looked like he was back in Florida, like in the mid 2000s. He was
Right.
amazing in the game. Like, are you going to get that type of game from Al Horford again? Like, I agree with you. Like, maybe Durant's not going to go for 40, but I think it's fair to expect a better shooting effort from Kevin Durant. I don't know. I'm not saying I think the Nets are going to win the game, just that I think it's going to play out pretty similarly to the way that game one did, and that it's going to come down to the wire. I think I'd be more apt to bet on Brooklyn in the game plus the 3.5. I don't want to take Brooklyn on the money line. I definitely don't want to take Brooklyn in the series because they go down 2-0. Then maybe we can look at taking Brooklyn potentially at that point. But I think I'm probably going to end up with a ticket on the Nets, Ken. The Nets plus the points on Wednesday night.
I think for each team, one of the other things that the scheduling helps is each team is like very reliant right now on an old guy to like be really good. Horford was like amazing for the Celtics. You can see rebound numbers and sometimes they're irrelevant. Horford was like crashing the offensive glass.
I mean, the
That
energy was,
matters.
I'm telling you,
Right.
like, I mean that
Right.
literally. Like, he looked like he was back in Florida, like
Sure.
playing college.
Because I mean, Andre Drummond can get 20 rebounds. They're all defensive rebounds. Nobody cares. There's nobody under the basket. But like Horford, like actually impacted the game. And Goran Dragic was probably the third best player for Brooklyn yesterday. Actually, by far, he was their third best player yesterday. Because Seth Curry's not playing very well right now. Both of these guys, again, if we got on a normal series grind or we started playing a ton of games, never would happen. You'd never get this from either player. It's not sustainable. But the series is going to be on this wacky schedule where like we could get a lot more games that look like that game. All these other series that are going to start getting even more compacted, I don't think we're going to get games like game one. I think we're going to get different games. This is one where Wednesday, Saturday, we get the same type of game all over again, extended rest, all that stuff. Like I actually think there's a chance we could get some more classics.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of thinking, like, I think it's a one possession game. I think it comes down to the wire. I'd be much more apt to bet on Brooklyn to cover the spread than I would the Boston Celtics.